What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Mushoku Tensei. Tonight on episode 3. So, what happened last time? Comments, blah, 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 boom. Let me just get those on the screen. Let me first clarify, okay, before you come at me. I'm not wearing the same shirt. It's a different Dr. Pepper shirt. I have, look at it. Is it the same one? No, it's a different one. I have multiple Dr. Pepper shirts. This just came clean out of the wash, okay? I'm not a degenerate. I'm not a Rudy, okay? But yeah, so what happened last time? Let's actually talk about the show. Last time was basically, here's a bunch of trauma from Rudy's past life. Let's try to deal with some of that. Shout out my girl Roxy. It was also Rudy kind of graduating from Roxy's magic tutoring because he's learned everything that she has to teach. Because he's honestly a menace in the magic field. I mean, that's what happens when you're like baby years old and you got an entire brain and you get to practice magic. Yeah. So yeah, some of the comments though. Monogatari prepared this man for all possible sus things. This is so incredibly true that it almost hurts. Also, shout out Made in Abyss for that. Yeah. It's just becoming... Yeah. I hope I'm prepared. I'm not sure, but we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Couple of the... I wanted to bring up this real quick. So I really like how... This is a cool thing that the show's doing that is, like, another part of what, like, how much I appreciate what they're doing with the magic. Because apparently man's putting the fire and water together to make a steam explosion. Like, A, that's gigabrained. But B, it's using, like, real-world common sense, or not even common sense, but, like, real-world freaking technological brain, blah, 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 connections to make the magic even more powerful. Which is like, okay, if he's throwing out steam explosions, what else is he going to be able to do in the future? Like, I don't know the full capacities of all the types of magic, but, I mean, I don't know. Like, a really minor idea is, oh, you need to heal someone, right? You got healing magic, but what if, like, you can also use a little bit of real-world knowledge of how, you know, germs and infections and blah, blah, blah work to also supplement that, so you get to do both. Like, I don't know. You got a bunch of shrapnel in your leg. Like, is healing magic going to deal with that? Or do you have to go in and pick it out with, like doing, like, a minor, like, surgery thing? Like, that kind of stuff. And it's prepping to, like, actually do that. Which is just fun. And it also kind of is a way around the just main character's overpowered thing. But we'll see. Appreciate you, Newbie Craft, for the nice message. Bling, brong, brong, brong. Also appreciate other messages. Choro, Pog, Real. It's important to criticize... Wait, read more. It's important to criticize Rudy for the bad things he's done. Absolutely true, but it's equally important to acknowledge him changing for the better. Yes, and I don't know. It's kind of like, yes, definitely yes. It's just, he was doing some really, really bad stuff, right? Shout out the dog. He was definitely degenerating it up a lot. I mean, there's somebody put I read it. Where is it? I don't even know. Hello, where is it? There's so many comments. Here it is. Put the, like, part of the prologue that was cut, where, I mean, like, look at this line here. What had I done that was even wrong? All I did was skip out on our parents' funeral so I could spank it to uncensored lolly porn. So what in the world was I supposed to do now? My guy, like, what do you mean, what have I even done wrong? You know, so, like, there's a lot of room to make up, but I'm ready to watch him try to do it. Like, would I ever want to hang out with Rudy right now? No, please, for the love of everything, no. Like, he's kind of a rat right now. But, I'm aware that he's the main guy, and I'm ready to give him a shot, right? That's kind of where I'm at. And, you know, like, he doesn't lust for his mom, Zenith. That's a clutch, right? Especially when he hears I'm going to town, getting pulled. And then... He seems to have... I like this step a lot. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's a really good way to describe it. This is kind of funny. What about the double standard for not bonking Roxy for being creepy? He can't look at panties, but she can masturbate behind the door. Bonk. Listen, okay. There is a key difference, okay? Roxy is like 13 or something, okay? She... Literally, Rudy said it. Like, she's a growing girl. That's just... like, yeah, it's creepy and weird and, like, But it's a girl trying to figure out those feelings she's having... And it's like, I'm not gonna, like, get on to her for that, because she probably doesn't know any better, or, like, I don't know, who's told her the birds and the bees? Like all that kind of stuff, right? So it's like, Roxy, do your thing. It's not something I'm gonna touch with a 10-foot pole because it's like a 13-year-old girl figuring herself out. Rudy, though, Rudy being creepy he has an entire life of knowledge that's backing it up, so should be pretty aware that what he's doing is like inappropriate, right? Like Roxy, like is she aware what she's doing is inappropriate? Yeah, probably, sure, but at the same time, I give a lot of leeway for someone that's just starting to figure all that stuff out. Shout out the dog, but yeah, it's like. Yeah, I just give that leeway. Because it's kind of, I don't know. It's not like I don't know if fun's the right word. It's almost like a very, like human thing to me. And I kind of respect that. Where it's like, oh, like this is a person and they're going through a moment of change in their life, right? Like puberty or whatever. And now they're having the opportunity to, like, learn more about themselves and their own body and what they like and what they don't like. And, like, that moment of change, I think, is, like, a very... I don't know. I kind of see that in a very positive light. Like, I kind of... I like... Not, like, pure... It's, like, a kind of a pure thing, I guess. I don't know. Because it's just... It's kind of sweet. Or, like, genuine. I think genuine is the word I would use. Where it's, like... It's just someone kind of, like, trying to refigure all that stuff out and recontextualize themselves. And I'm not going to knock somebody for trying to figure that out. Like, I'm going to give a lot of leeway for someone that's going through that. Because that's a really confusing time. Rudy... is like 50 years old in his brain. Like 35 probably. I don't know. So no excuse for Rudy's behavior. He's a rat. Okay. Then you talk. You know what? Shout out my boy Talks. There we go. There's a hug. Who would do this? Oh yeah, for this. So like apparently like the bullying. The thing about the bullying, it almost felt a bit gratuitous, but maybe that's just because your boy's like never been stripped naked in front of a school. So that could be a skill issue or I don't know what to call it. That could be a thing on my part. But of like being in a good environment, like a privilege kind of thing. But like, yeah. So perhaps that bullying is a lot, like, because this coming here, that unfortunately is the average for us in Southeast Asia. Bullying here is absolutely ruthless. It's not even funny. Yeah. So while it felt gratuitous to me, I am willing to accept that it's not gratuitous to everyone and that it's a real thing that occurs, which is horrible and really, really tragic. I did read through all this. This part specifically. So a part of what Rudy had said in episode 2, which I thought about when I was like editing, was when he said that he didn't want another younger brother, or he didn't want a younger brother. Originally, I was like, oh, what did Paul and Zenith have another kid? But no, that's not been shown anywhere. So what that kind of leads you to assume is, oh, he had a bad experience with his younger brother in his past life, so he doesn't want another younger brother, and or he has a weird view on women opposed to men, which he probably does. Where like I feel like he's in a weird spot probably where he's like sexist toward like he doesn't see the two men and women. He sees them very differently in like a way that's more extreme than most people. And the reason I bring that up is or let me finish my original thought. That I was thinking, oh, he doesn't want a new younger brother. That probably means that he didn't like his younger brothers. What if the thugs, because I thought at first maybe it was like a debt thing or something, but what if the thugs had broke into his room? What if one of them was his younger brother? Lo and behold, boom, his younger brother was the one that smashed his computer. So wild. But the thing is like the younger brother is the one that smashed his computer, but his brothers and sisters barged into his room. So why specifically is he saying, I don't want a younger brother? I'm kind of thinking that in the way he views like sex and like sexy, smexy, wexy, yummy, yummy time, that he's come to like form a like unhealthy something towards women, right? But not necessarily like an objectification or something. Because the other thing I want to use as like a piece of evidence or whatever is when he's wandering around in episode 2, like, or episode 1 even, where he gets hit by the car, he looks at the girl and is like, that's what makes him want to push them out of the way. But it's very specifically like framed around the girl. So not around the two dudes that are like next to the girl, because I think it was two dudes and a girl. But it's the girl that he's looking at. So I think he has like he's so lonely that he would choose a girl over a dude, which I mean I guess it makes sense, but I don't know, with how extremely lonely he was in his past life, I could see it becoming something like unhealthy that he would latch onto, which is kind of why I was expecting him to not, like, to somehow make the situation happen that he wouldn't let Roxy leave. Like, he would fail his test on purpose so that Roxy would stay around longer. I kind of was expecting something like that to happen, but no, he was a bigger man than I thought he was in that moment, and was willing to, like, have her leave, you know? And was willing to see her in, like, a really, really positive light with the whole, like, oh, you helped me out with, like, some deep trauma that I had, and I really appreciate that, you know? And you didn't even know you were doing that because that's just how real you are. That's all really good. But I don't know. I'm a little worried about how he sees those things. But, all I did was skip out on our parents' funeral so I could spank it. Okay, dude. Rat behavior. This is the demon stuff. So we heard about the superds, or it's, how do you pronounce it? Somebody told me how to pronounce it. I forgot. Like a speared? A speared, maybe? I don't know. But the, okay, wait, translations. Translation says demons is localization of the word Mazoko. Like Oni, translated demons. Okay. Mazoko as demons is as translating Maho as demons acts instead of magic. I think a better translation would be magic races or magic species. Okay. Pogged. And about Super, the author himself tweeted that he just used the English word speared. So Superudo Zuko is supposed to be translated to English as speared tribe and not as supered. Oh, okay. Interesting. Translating them as like a magic race or instead of demons is interesting as well. Because it was kind of crazy that, like, oh, what? One of the tribes of demons was so crazy that the other demons didn't like them. Because, you know, demons, I would usually think, like, they're all evil. So I'm down with that. I'm down with more of a magic race thing, or at least not seeing all the demon races as necessarily evil. I'm good with that. Oh, spurred. Bet. Yeah, there's the translation thing I was looking for. The rank system, he's a Saint class water mage. The rest of his stuff is on advanced and intermediate, which is pogged. I assume that's pretty good. I mean, that's halfway up the scale, and he's like 9 years old or something, so really pogged. Visual storytelling, too, is important. Shout out Tibu's reactions, especially for the pervy scenes. Pogged, I guess shout out to that. Certified Rudiest moment, true. Brung, brung, brung. He will change in the shows about how people can change. We'll see. That's the thing. Like I'm aware that he's going to be going on a character arc. Like, that's very specifically where they set it up. I'm just curious if it's going to hit. Because you need to... It's so weird because they started at such a gross spot that you need to, like, articulate the right amount of grossness as to make the transition gradual, but also find, like, the proper ways to grow out of that grossness, you know? Because you can't just be like, oh, like, I'm not going to be gross anymore, and it's just solved, right? Like there's issues there that he's got to piece apart and deal with, and I do think the show can do it, I just don't know. He's trying to become better, exactly. Bullying in school is, like, really bad. Rip. Roxy, my Roxy, love it, true. Roxy, best cube forever, or best girl forever, true. Isekai, grandfather stuff, pog, let's just keep going. Episode, boom. Episode 2, boom. Alright, bet. Okay, there we go. So, anything in here I'm trying to yap about? First off, his freaking earth magic is the coolest, sickest thing I've ever seen. Roxy's having a good time. You do be kind of pervy. I feel like the last episode was pretty, like, they introduced a new thing of the whole, like, trauma, and then they solved it by the end. Well, they introduced it kind of in episode 1, but they really started dealing with it in episode 2. They only kind of hinted at it in episode 1. So we've kind of come out of it with him just evolved. You know, I've made some guesses of maybe he'll become, like, or maybe he'll end up going to the magic school that was mentioned. Oh, let me get my notes out. Maybe he'll end up going to the magic school that was mentioned, because that's, you know, like an opportunity for him to relive his school experiences that were really, really poor and that he, like, dropped out of, I'm willing to assume. So that could be like can I get off the panty shot? Oh my goodness. But yeah, or something like those are kind of our options. Like, we could have like a healthier transition where we stay kind of more focused on Rudy and his internal strifes and his internal struggles, and we maybe go to the school. Maybe he meets up with freaking green girl that's probably a speared person. What's her name? I know her name. What's her name? The one from the ED here. Oh, I can do an ED pass. Let me do Sylvie. That's right. Maybe we meet up with the Sylvie girl, who I still haven't met. I just know her name. And there's like, and we like explore how he forms a relationship there. And that's specifically like he's had a master mentor or like a mentor student relationship with Roxy, but he hasn't had like a relationship as an equal with anybody, because every person he's met has been his like superior in some way. Mother, father, maid that takes care of him, and then mentor. So he's kind of always been able to hide behind being not an equal. Or like, I don't know if hide's the right word, but like I feel like that's almost a source of comfort or something, because it's like the expectations are lower because you're beneath this person. So it's like, oh, all I gotta do is like I don't gotta make decisions. I just gotta listen to him, right? But if he's too... So I could see him meeting up with, like, getting to know this Sylvie girl, and that being, like, a thing where he connects with her on, like, a more equal level. I don't know that. Let me watch... They didn't show an OP. Let me just watch the ED again and do a full lyric pass. I don't remember if I did this last episode, but either way, it should be good for the jog in the memory. And then, honestly, I'm kind of ready to jump into it. Okay, boom. Really good little ED/OP. I like it. Or like, what if, I don't know, we could have a monster just show up and kill people too, if we want to, like, make it more of an external fight. But the way the show's going, it does seem very internally, like, driven. Or, like, focused, rather. So, I don't know. I'm drinking a Powerade, by the way. So get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. The ABCs of love is interesting. I wonder if he's referring to his past life, because it's like, I don't know, the dating games or whatever. Like, does he think he understands what love is? Because I would say he doesn't at all from his past life. Bro, it's so good. It's, it's also crazy. Oh, I did look at these lyrics a bit. If he was still like, I'm biased towards Rudy positively because he's a cute little anime boy. Not in like that way, calm down. But like look at the lad, right? He looks like an anime little protagonist, And the animation is very very cute and stuff. Compare that to grown otaku spanking the hog, to degenerate, being an absolute degenerate in his room. Like, I'm not gonna be cheering for the guy that's this absolute degenerate, because your boy's biased, right? Or like, it's easier. Well, okay, I'm being a bit extreme there. It's easier to root for Rudy when he's a cute little bright-eyed anime boy who's like learning the wonders of magic, and like, like this shot of him in the flowers here. Like, this is like I'm gonna fight for this kid, Like, so it's like preying, dude. It's preying on my instinct to like, because like kids, they're bright-eyed and they're excited, and that's something really pogged and something like that I'm here for. But, he looks like that, but really, the guy we're dealing with is this. And it's almost like that's part of, I don't know, it's kind of funny because he's getting an entire chance, right? He's getting like a fresh start of sorts where he has, like, it's like he had these dreams of like, oh, if only a girl showed up and loved me, then I would be able to love, or, oh, if I just was in a fantasy world, then I'd be Bing chilling. He had all those those fantasies or whatever, those like degen escape fantasies. Hey, look at this! One of his games has a green-haired girl with elf ears with red eyes. Is that supposed to be a Sylvie reference? What about this red-haired girl? Is that supposed to be a whatever the red-haired girl's name is reference? Dang, kind of crazy to me. That's actually maybe a fun connection. Point being, though, like, it's like those fantasies he had, it's like, okay, let's actually grant them to this random otaku, like, degenerate filth man, and see if he can live up to the words that he was saying, right? Like, if he truly was given a new start, if he would be able to make things happen. And so far, so good. Like, he is making progress and making moves, and is, like, not just sitting around freeloading like he was, but is actually putting work into magic, putting a little bit of work into swordplay, yada, 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 getting closer with people, forming relationships, pogging out of his gourd. So, I got faith, but it's like, it's crazy because if he just spawned in and was like an ugly otaku, like, stereotype looking person, Oh yeah, and he was scared of the other kids too. Yeah, he's never formed a relationship with an equal. That's kind of interesting, because that's probably where he got the trauma of those, like, that type of relationship. So maybe Sylvie's gonna be the move there. I kind of feel like the Sylvie and him connection are gonna be crazy, is it not? Look at them. Wait, where are they? Aren't they like chilling in the grass, like chilling? That's like best friend material. Yeah, right here. These are two best friends looking at the clouds, man. And they're like, look how relaxed they are. So yeah, he's definitely got like trauma specifically with that, like that type of relationship. Oh my goodness, is she gonna solve his trauma or is he gonna lose it? I don't trust him. Listen, they're buttering me up with a cute, bright-eyed anime boy ready to take on the world and fix his past traumas. They're buttering me up, okay? And I understand he's like stealing a panty, and I understand he's like perving a little bit here and there. But all in all, I still feel like there's I don't know. It can get a lot worse. It can get a lot worse. And he hasn't been he's been a lot less degenerate than I kind of expected him to be, all things considered, with where he was. Like, he's really, and that's shout out to him, because he's really trying to give it a chance, really trying to make things happen. But, yeah, just him having this fresh new chance, new parents that are actually pogged and care about him, mentor figure that actually cares about him, yummy food, something to care about, something to focus in on with the whole magic thing, skills, right? He's actually talented with magic, blah, blah, blah. He's attractive. I mean, that is an important thing, right? He's a cute little anime kid. That's a lot different than like a stereotypical otaku in a tracksuit. He's probably a bit overweight too. I'm just willing to gander. Yeah, like this guy isn't somebody that he doesn't look like he's having a great time. So like he's even getting like look, compare that to this. You know what I mean? It's not to say that you're any like that. It's like a bad thing, but there is pretty privilege. That's a thing that exists, whether you like it or not, and it is what it is. But like he's getting all these boons, so it's up to him to actually make use of it. Let's just watch the episode. I'm sick of yapping, dude. Why does it keep doing this? View by details. I don't want to get thumbnails, man. I have to keep doing that. Okay. So start of episode 3. What's going to happen? I already made a lot of predictions at the end of the last episode, so I'm going to withhold. Let's just jump into this episode. Episode 3 should be exciting. In a 3, 2, 1, bang! Oh, and he got that wand. Like, how could I not love him? He's trying so hard. And then he goes and he grabs the pantaloonies. What is it? Bro. Paul was feeling scrumptious. Paul was feeling romantical. Dang, he kind of tall now. Yeah. Oh, that one has like little horns. It's a horned bird. Gray Rat Legacy? That's it. Is that his last name? I feel like I've heard that actually. Mr. Gray Rat. Wait, he's literally a rat. Pogged. Yeah, Paul, that's my boy. Okay, jump to the issue. Is he gonna perv for random girls? Because he's not perving on his mom because it's his mom, but like, I don't know if I should be giving this man free reign to, rambunctious across the lands. New OP just dropped? New OP just dropped? Or is this not an OP, but they're just playing the song? I feel like somebody mentioned that the intros they do a bit differently for this show. Hello, random child. Dang, his first journey into the world by himself. What a nice shot. Look at that shot. The reflection. That's a big tree. Climb it, Rudy. Climb it, Rudy. Don't do that. You'll fall. I don't want you to break your legs. Oh, you got a flower book. Didn't your mama give you a new book? Oh, you a little botanist now. Eat it. Eat the mushy. Rudy about to be tripping. They got hallucinogens in this world? Shout out mushrooms. Shout out. Don't shout out mushrooms. Okay. Whoa. Oh. I thought that was like something breaking through the sky, not like the title. Okay. Imagine he gets jumped. It's gonna be the girl. You're OP now. Throw magic at him. That's a rock. That's not a mud. That's a rock. Oh! Yes! Good shot. Good shot. Yeah, you're facing the wrong direction. Oh, good moves. Good move. Yes, yes. Water barrier. Nice, nice. I'm a mage, bitch. Alright, what's up, Sylvester Stallone? Sorry, I'll take it seriously. Okay. They are racist against her for sure. Oh, she got red eyes. He? Oh, is it a dude? Oh, I thought it was a girl. I don't know, though. You're a boy? Oh, wow. That's crazy to me. Let me look at your forehead. Okay. Okay. Safe. Man's a devil, though. Or a demon. Bro, I really thought this kid was about to be a girl. I'm kind of actually shocked. Dad is a half-elf. Oh, this poor kid. How old is this kid? I need to know how much I should judge them. I know that sounds bad, but like, we'll see. Yeah, that's bad RNG. I shouldn't judge him. Good job, Rudy, though, for stepping in. That's like... Because he was bullied, you know? Like, obviously, so... Dang, just like that! New friend just dropped. Bro, Mr. Grey Rat, you a handsome little... You'll grow up big and handsome. Don't you sweat it. You seen Paul? Wind kicked up kind of at a very specific time there. Yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say. Don't pretend you have, Rudy. The water? Oh, wait. I don't know this. Is it Sylph then? I'm gonna call you Sylph for now. Sylph is kind of cute. I kind of like Sylph. Very shy, introverted little, bullied kid, but I really thought you were a girl. Oh, don't wiggle your ears at me. It's okay. I'll let it slide. Aw, your little family. Good job, Rudy. No perving. Made a friend. Oh, past curfew. That's the holy relic. Oh, he deserved it. Oh, it's not that. Whoa. Branching path, branching path. Damn. Disrespected his dad to his face, but deserved it. Oh, now you want to listen. Dang. Good move, Rudy. Bro, Paul, you gotta get a handle on yourself. You're losing it, man. Oh, shoot. Stop freeloading. Stop freeloading. Not literally. Oh, good job, Paul. Yeah. Man, it's crazy. Rudy really, like, he got slapped and he completely... That barely even, like, clipped off him, you know? He was chilling. Probably because he's used to it, right? Mm. Whoa. Paul, you didn't... Did you not have a good relationship with family? Hmm? Yeah, I was about to say... The cycle, man. From daughter. From daddy to son to daddy to son to daddy to son. Oh, good move, Rudy. I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Are you, like, evaporating the heat using a spell? That's funny. Oh, what's up, Sylvester? Sylphie? Whoa. We make himself into a little wizard. Aww. Warm water. I'm very curious if Sylph can. Because we've never seen anyone else do that, right? Is Sylph gonna get hoed for this? Like, Sylph's like mom or dad is like, you dare use the forbidden casting? Or Sylph maybe just can't do it. We'll see. Oh, Roxy just straight up couldn't do it. Okay. I deserve to get it. No, yeah, literally. Yay! Good job, Sylph. Yay, water droplets. What is that? What is happening? Oh, it's just grain. I thought like a snake was coming to bite him or something. No, we're chilling. So much granary. You've been saying that a lot, my guy. Oh, you had a childhood friend who was a girl? I didn't know that. Wow. What a crazy thing to think. Bro, Sylph is so scared. I mean, I don't blame Sylph because racism, but you know. What you thinking? Oh, Sylph, are you actually a girl? Are we dealing with this right now? Sylph, what are you, Sylph? Sylph, Sylph, Sylph. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Sylph is a girl. Sylph's definitely a girl. This is... Rudy, consent! Consent, Rudy! You don't just strip people. No, you fool. You... Okay, okay. Yeah, let Sophie do their thing. Okay, that's Rudy really saying, okay. Yeah! And exposed. And it's over. And now you made her cry. No, 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 no! Paul, how are you gonna deal with this? Black Lust, White Cannon? What a line. Oh no. Good, Paul. Yes, good communication skills with your son. Yeah, it's called consent, you fool. Now smack him. Don't smack him. Don't smack your kid. Facts. Sofietti? Sofietti? Aww. Pats him. This could go so bad. This entire situation could be such a problem. But I... Yeah, okay. Let's just see what he says. Aww. He's just batting him away so easily. And you're dead. He's getting a do-over with his childhood friend from when he was in his past life. Ooh, quick with it. Yeah. Women like men's strength, but they like our weaknesses too. Okay. Show just a little bit of vulnerability to make you human. Okay. Just a hint of tenderness. Bro, Paul. Paul, wicked with it. No, you gotta be careful with that. It's a balance. It's a balance. Yeah, Paul. Paul knows. Paul knows. It's just like a little bit of... Yeah. He knows, bro. He knows. Ah! Sofietti. Hi, Sofietti. Let her speak. Let her talk. Oh no. Yeah, Paul! Background cheerleader Paul. What? Oh, okay. I didn't know what that sound was. My own age? That's a statement. I was like relieved when I thought Sylvie was a dude because I was like, oh, we're dodging that bullet, but I don't know if we are. I don't know if we are. I don't know. That's what... 6?! 6?! Dude, Rudy's about to be a menace. Oh no. The issue is obvious, okay? We can't have him womanizing the 6-year-old. Like, or, you know, we can't have him... I don't know. Do elves age differently? Is that something we're dealing with? Is that at all an escape hatch? I'm not even looking for escape hatches. It's just like... he was saying a good relationship for the future, so I think he's willing to... Like, he's not trying to make moves. But I just don't... And he wasn't even acting creepy, mostly. He was being pretty fair about it all. It's just, you know, it's something to be worried about. Because, like, the only creepy thing he said at all was, like, I haven't seen your cute face around, I want you to grow out your hair. But that's not even, like, that bad, all things considered. And he did, like, mention, like, oh, like, this is, like, something I was, like, I would have fantasized about, but, like, he wasn't even, like, going into pervo mode too much, I feel like. But then they have the line, I won't let purity get in my way, when it's the two of them chilling in a cornfield. So, what do you mean by that, Rudy? Because you're not, like, who's purity? Her purity? Because you ain't pure. I know that much. Okay? I saw your past life. I saw the receipts. Okay? Oh, Rudy. You little Rudius. You little Rudius, you. But yeah, he is getting to actually form a relationship with an equal, which, you know, is obviously a very big deal for him because he's emotionally stunted from being bullied, right? So it's like he's getting to build that from the ground up, and, like, you know, this is his first argument that he's gone to work through, or, like, misunderstanding. But, like, like this, or he's, like, reaching towards her and kind of prowling, saying, you're cute, maybe you should grow out your hair. Like, that was giving me a little bit of warning signs. Because, like, think about it, okay? Whenever I look at Rudius, there's, like, a small part of my brain that's superimposing the 30-year-old otaku onto his figure, right? So it's, like, whenever he's, like, moving forward, that's, like, really who's moving forward. It's just within this different form. But it's, like, so, like, it makes me, you know, you can't hide behind him being a kid, because he's not. So that makes it weird, but, like, all things given, right? Like, him, like, in my old life, I fantasized about it through my monitor. This show is crazy. I fantasized about it while introducing my Black Lust white cannon to a Kleenex. Why did I read that out loud? Wait, but now what do you do with it, now that it's in front of you, Rudy? There it was, he was a she. Because, yeah, he's more shocked, shot at the dog, than anything else. The lightning, okay, dude. Bark, bark, bark. Yeah, but, like, look, he's, like, immediately sad about it. He's immediately, like upset that he feels like he spoiled his friendship. It's not like he is thinking, like... And he did say, I get feeling down when the girl you like rejects you. Oh, no, that's what Paul's thinking. This is Paul's thoughts. So, yeah, Paul's thinking, like, oh, it's just, you know, my little kid had a crush on the other girl, and, like, blah, blah, blah. But really, I think he feels like he effed up his first chance at a friendship. Like an equal relation, like an equal, no power dynamic stuff, but, like, an equal friendship. And he feels like he effed it up. Well, I say no power dynamic, but, like, obviously he's a full adult male, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. But no societal power dynamic of, like, you're the master, whatever. Like, it's just two kids chilling is, like, the way that Sylvie sees it, at least. Sylphie, whatever. Oh, boy, I can't believe that they really went with the full debate of you're a dude, you're actually a girl. They were mad androgynous. I really was thinking, like, yeah, maybe they are a boy. Like, they really did convince me. Racism, by the way, pogged. I do like racism in storytelling because, like, with fantasy worlds, I don't know. I just always think it's interesting. It's not, obviously, racism is a bad thing, okay, but, I have I don't know. You've always played a lot of D&D, okay, and I do like playing games where I get racism against, right, where it's like I'm playing a character and people are racist against them. I don't know why, but it's just fun. Don't take that out of context or anything. You get what I mean? So in a fantasy world, I like when they explore those dynamics, especially though because it's different. Because, like, different races, like, in fantasy worlds, a lot of the time have different strengths and weaknesses. So there's, like, almost like a, like I can understand to some degree, like, why people might feel certain ways. It's like, oh, like for this example, there are demons, spirits, whatever, that are these emerald green hair, red gym death demons doing their thing that exist. So if a kid hears all those folk stories and they're backed up by actual monsters walking around the world, and then they see this kid, you know, Sophie, like, no wonder, right? By the way, at the beginning of episode 2, the disc we saw is 1,000,000% a Sophie reference, because it was a red-eyed, green-haired elf. Right here? This looks like red eyes to me. So, Definitely a reference. I wasn't sure if Sophie had red eyes or not. That's one thing I didn't see in the ED. So fun thing there. Shout out to Rudy like fighting off the kids. But yeah, like okay, so the issue we're at is Rudy has a temptation in front of him because we know that. Oh man, this show, because it's like he said it himself in that prologue that we read in the comments that he was honking the hog. He was making the bald man cry, one might say, to Lolly. That's what he said, right? Instead of going to his mom and dad's funeral. So that's cool, I guess. And now he's like throwing a bunch of terms during the episode of like Shotokan and stuff, and Shota, oh, you make such a good Shota, and blah blah blah, like they'd be so into you. So like he's already like, when Sophie was a boy, or like he thought Sophie was a boy, he was already like throwing some of like otaku language and like kind of running it through an otaku like sexualized lens. And now he's aware that Sophie's a girl, and he's prior, had that, he was hanking the hoggers to that. So it's like, is he gonna do something? Like, he better not, or I'm going to like kill him, They're really just dancing the line, Where it's like he, because if he does anything, that's so problematic. It's just so bad. But they're really telling me, like, this guy can change, and that's the story. It's going to be a story of him changing for better or for worse. I mean, probably mostly for better, but, like, you can only hit so many road bumps and change. Like, I don't know. There's a part of me that's, like, super, like, happy about change. It's like, oh, like, that's so good that you're putting this effort in. But there's also a part of me that's like, I literally don't care what you're trying to do. I only care what you're doing. Where it's like, I don't care your intentions. I don't care where you came from. I don't care where you're trying to go. If you do this problem, you're a problem, and I don't even have to invest that much, It's kind of an investment thing. Like, how much am I willing to put myself out there for Rudy? How much am I willing to, like, let Rudy get away with things because I know that he's trying to do better? And this feels like if he did anything problematic, like, that's going to be, like, that would be, like, a very difficult task to ever, like, let him grow out of, because he knows better. And I trust that I don't trust. I have faith that he's not going to, despite how he's already done behaviors that would kind of clue him in that direction. I have faith that he won't, because he didn't respond in pervy ways to the Sylvie reveal. Almost at all. A little bit here of the whole cute face thing. But he was told to be vulnerable, and like he kind of started like acting. He was stressing, So like that, I don't know. I can kind of let that slide, I guess. How old is Sophie? 6? Rudy, you can't do anything. It already feels weird. It feels like he really got dropped into a new fantasy world that's not only like a chance for him to be better, but a chance for him to be so much worse. That's really the thing of the show. That's really the crux of the show. He could take it both ways. He could take this as his degenerate paradise, because he's OP with magic, right? He can easily get away with perving, and now he's young, he's old in a young body, which gives him the chance to take advantage of children. That's problematic. That is bad. However, if he resists that temptation, then he gets to solve his degenerate behavior from his past life and grow out in a way and solve those traumas that he went through that led him down that route. However, those traumas aren't an excuse for him going there. I'm not going to excuse any of that behavior for, freeloading of your parents and skipping their funeral because you're cranking the hog. Yeah, I don't care if you got bullied or not. Like, it is what it is. I don't care that you broke your elbow, Like, I understand in that does, like, it helps your case, but it doesn't solve it or even close. Oh, no. Rudy, what are you going to do with the kid? Rudy, please, I can't handle it. I watch too much. I gotta stop watching these shows, man. They're too much for me. They're too much for me. Okay. Honestly, I think that's all I got for this episode. Episode 3 of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Please, Rudy, for the love of everything, don't do it. Don't do anything bad. I have faith, but I'm not convinced. Paul, I appreciate you, by the way. I didn't even say anything about Paul. Paul, you're my boy. Slapping the kid once, you know, that was not great, but Rudy said this is what it's going to be, okay? Like, you're acting inappropriately, and I'm not here for that. And then Paul, guess what? Despite his kid that's like 6 years old telling him that, he was like, damn, I messed this up. He talked with his wife. Shout out to Zenith. That's my girl right there. And then now, look. Father-son bonding, he's giving advice, trying to be a good figure again. So, Paul bounced back from his mishap. Appreciate that. Zenith, Sylvie crying to Zenith was very sweet. That was very wholesome to me. It's like, oh, look at Zenith. She's like, my little, sweet little child. Oh, baby. Because, like, I poor little bullied child. And I kind of thought we were, like, 10, 11 age, but no, we are way younger than I thought. What a line for me to say. We are way younger than I thought. Okay, I gotta get out of here. Episode 3, that's all I got for this episode. Of course, if you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, blah, 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 comment whatever they say, or join the Discord and talk to me or other Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation fans there. But until then, until next episode, that's all for now. I'll be seeing you then. Peace.